So, hey y'all, if you're new here, I'm Justin Greene with GreeneWreaths, and today we're going to be designing on one of these wicker grapevine bases. This is just something different, so I like that. And now the first thing I'm going to add is this fern bush. So we're just going to cut up some of that and stick it on there, kind of building out our base. So I'm just going to use this as my foundation and kind of expand this design and just stick it right in that wreath. And this is just building our foundation, kind of like how in a house, you don't start with the walls, you got to start with the foundation. That's kind of like wreath making. Or when you're doing your face in the morning, you don't start with the blush, you got to start with the foundation. Okay, so that's what we've got now. We've added in that fern, and look at that, y'all. It's already starting to grow. Y'all, you could do this and just add all the ferns and then add a bow and call it a day. We ain't gonna do that. We're gonna add some more. So this is what we got so far. So now we've added in that fern. Let's go in with this one, which is gonna give us a different texture and a little bit darker of a color. Now listen, there's all types of Ghibli bits on this one, okay? So we're going to cut it up and add it in there. And this is just the base. So we're just filling in the base, kind of setting our parameters. You know what I mean? Like, if you know when you're driving down the road and there's like traffic cones telling you which way to go? This is kind of like our traffic cone. Okay, so that's what we've got now with those two greeneries in there. Again, y'all, just mixing that greenery. You could slap a bow on this and call it a day. I mean, we ain't going to, but you could. But you could. Okay. So, let's start with this ribbon, y'all. Because that's what we got with the greenery. We're going to go with our bow. I'm starting with this 2.5-inch ribbon. This is the butterfly pattern that kind of inspired this whole design. There's the blues, the pinks, the oranges, the yellows. So, it's kind of got everything. So, that's why I started pulling everything together and building it off of the ribbon. So, people are always like, where do you start? Start with that inspiration, whether it's the ribbon, whether it's a floral stem, whether it's a good bush, whether it is a sign or an attachment, you got to start there. Got to get that inspiration. You're the inspiration. Now, when I was pulling my ribbons for this, I didn't want to pull anything that was going to cover up this pattern because the pattern is so, so pretty and it's such an integral part of this design since we're doing the butterflies. Make that a little long. So, we're now just going to go in with this. This is going to go right on top. I love this ribbon. It's so pretty. So because I didn't want to cover that pattern, so you got to think about that. If I was, because this is only a 2.5-inch, that butterfly, it's not a 4-inch, so I wouldn't want to cover that with like a 1.5-inch or anything like that. So I wanted to go in with a skinnier ribbon so that I knew I wouldn't cover it up fully. So there is our bow. And let's get that attached. So now we've got our bow in there. That's what we got. So we're going in with this next. This is that wildflower spray, and I love it. But y'all, we ain't gonna just stick it in there like that. We're gonna break it up. We're gonna divide and conquer it. We're gonna balance the force, and we're gonna get as many cuts from it as possible. So we got all our parts and pieces cut up. We divided and conquered that. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 pieces out of that one thing. And we're just going to start filling it in, y'all. So I'm just fluffing it up, giving it some zhuzh, so it's like that and not that, okay? That's what we got so far, y'all, with just that one bush. Now I want to go in with this one because that wildflower didn't have any blue, so I want to add some blue from this to incorporate that blue from the ribbon. So now we've added in that blue. So that's what we got so far. All right, now let's go in with this, which it's a filler bush with butterflies on it. So we're going in with that little filler with the butterflies, okay? And we can like divide and conquer this. That's what we got when we added in that butterfly spray. Now let's add in our big butterflies, and then we're going to use the rest of this. It's got that little eucalyptus, and push it up and shove it in all those little holes right towards the center. Okay? So I have orange, yellow, and green of the big, big butterflies. But I want to give some height to this now with these butterflies because I want them to look like they're flying, you know? I believe I can fly. Oh, I believe I can touch the sky. Every time I think about this, I think about Bug's Life with Heimlich the caterpillar, where he's like, I'm going to be a beautiful butterfly. Okay, so now we've added in all of our big butterflies, and that's what we got. Now I do need to go in and fill in a little bit more with this. Now this whole bush comes with so many parts and pieces that I can divide and conquer and chop up and put and fill in those holes. There it is. Okay, y'all. So, and all those florals were wired so we can bend them wherever we need them. So there is our finished design. Go out there, have a great day, and be kind. And if you see someone without a smile, give them one of yours. All right, y'all?